Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas, a truly giant ship with short sailings.
Learn our tips and tricks for sailing on this beast today on this happy place.
Hi friends, and welcome to this happy place. If you're new here, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Jake.
And as we said in the intro, today we'll be discussing the tips and tricks that we discovered, kind of came upon naturally on our recent sailing on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas.
But before we dive in, if you're not already, make sure you are subscribed, because in addition to this video and many like it, we do have a particularly fun trip coming up later in the summer that we can't wait to share with you. And if you are subscribed already, consider joining our membership community. We put additional content up there. You get early access to all of our videos, plus extra fun time with us.
Also, go down to the comments and let us know, when is your next sailing? Is it on the Wonder of the Seas or another royal ship, another cruise line? We want to hear from you.
And like we do for every video like this, we're going to start with some ship stats and facts for Wonder of the Seas. This ship is an Oasis-class ship holding up to 7,000 people and started sailing in 2022.
She's the third largest ship in the world, but will fall to number 4 next summer. And she is currently sailing out of Miami with short 3- and 4-night cruises to Nassau and Coco Cay.
We actually did a 3-night cruise back at the beginning of March on this ship, and it was quite a whirlwind. It's a huge ship. It has a ton to offer. So if you're sailing soon and you're interested in learning more, take a look at the vlogs that came out from that ship. Our experience while we were on board, including a whole ship tour that we filmed for you.
But I think that's enough intro. Let's jump on into it. Jump on into it. Jump!
Number one. If you want something other than the main dining room for dinner, consider booking a reservation at Solarium Bistro. This is another complimentary option, but as I said, you do need to book a reservation if you want to go there for dinner. Not the case for breakfast and lunch. It is open for you to use. It is a Mediterranean-style buffet that we particularly enjoyed when we visited for dinner. Our main dining room times didn't really work with the activities that we had planned, so it was a great option for us. Now, one thing to note that we didn't realize, the way Royal Caribbean's app works when you're booking reservations is there's a expected time frame that event is going to take. You can't book other things if it overlaps with that time frame of the event you booked. Solarium Bistro, despite being a buffet, has a 2-hour time slot. We were in, at, and left in 45 minutes. That prevented us from making reservations for some of the shows and things like that, so keep that in mind if you are making a reservation, to plan your other activities around that if the app is still working that way for booking reservations.
And number 2. Another food tip if you're looking to avoid the buffet, especially for lunch or maybe an early dinner, is a Loco Fresh. We really loved the Mexican food here. We ate it several times over our 3-night trip. It's just so easy to jump in line. It's usually not very long. Grab a quesadilla or a burrito and you can honestly just like walk and eat. And there was a lot of seating around that area, so you could grab a table if you wanted to sit down. Plus, there is a bar, Cantina Fresca, right there, and they do have the best margaritas on board.
Next, number 3. There are 2 Royal Caribbean ships in the fleet that have a completely enclosed solarium area, and Wonder of the Seas is one of them. Utopia is the other. Now, we found that to be a little bit stuffy when we were in there because it was enclosed, but on a really, really hot day, supposing they were air conditioning that space, it would make it a much more pleasant space to be. Or if you're sailing during those 1 to 2 months of the year where it does kind of get a little chilly down there in the Bahamas, comparatively speaking, that would be a great place to spend sailing into that space, or a sea day if you have it, just because it would keep it a little warmer naturally.
And number 4, also in the solarium, we love that you could access the outdoor areas that sat on top of the bridge. These were closed when you were actually sailing, but when you were in port, you could walk out, look at the port around you, get some pretty awesome views, usually of other ships, get some pictures. And it's extra nice because you can't access the helipad on this ship like you can on some of the smaller ones. It's just a nice extra bonus outdoor area.
Number 5. Two other areas that are sort of secluded and lesser known are these little cutout areas around the running or jogging track. If you're not using that space, you could go your entire cruise without knowing they exist, but they're these really nice separate areas where there's ping pong tables, shuffleboard, seats, and these like open floor to ceiling windows that give you great views of the ocean going by. Nice little spot to go and have some quiet time, play some ping pong, get away from the crowds, and enjoy the sights.
And number 6, you looking to do the abyss, the dry slide on board? Don't be like me and go in your tank top, because you have to have your shoulders and back fully covered to go down the slide. I had to run back to the room and it was far. Walk a mile just to go down the slide. Don't be scared of this slide. It looks like it would be really, really fast. It was, I think, a little bit slower than I expected, but still really fun. But don't walk up in your wet swimsuit. They're not going to let you on.
Number 7. Now, this one is kind of unique. It is a really fun scavenger hunt on board where you have to find all of the astronauts, life-sized astronauts, spread across the ship to represent what an out-of-the-world experience Wonder of the Seas offers. Now, you're going to have to do the work, but we'll give you one that's pretty easy to spot. Between decks 15 and 16, watching the big screen from the seating area across from it is the first astronaut that you're likely to find.
Number 8, like we do for all of our tips and tricks videos, it's time to point out the smoking sections on board. The only outdoor location on the Wonder is deck 15, starboard side. In the casino, cigarettes and e-cigarettes are allowed only for active players during operating hours, or when the open decks are closed for bunkering.
Number 9. Now, if you're on a 3-night weekend sailing like we were, you probably won't need to find a space to set your stuff down and work for a little while or do school or whatever it is that you have going on back where your responsibilities live. But if you're on one of those Monday to Friday, maybe like a 4-night throughout the week sailings, listen up. This is going to be good for you to know. The music hall is usually quite empty and very quiet during the day. It offers a pretty fun view of the boardwalk as well, which is super nice if you're just trying to see some sights and get away from the crowds. One of our favorite bars was the View Bar off the Solarium. Obviously it had fantastic views, the name, View Bar, views, get it. But we found that not as many people stuck around there, so it was a little tamer than some of the others. Similarly, if you're with a large group like a bachelor party or a bridal shower, and you want to sing your heart out but not in front of the hundreds of other people at karaoke, Spotlight Karaoke has private rooms that you can rent for a fee. It costs around $70 per hour, and it's recommended to book early once on board.
And number 10, let's talk show reservations. This is going to be the same on all of the Oasis and Icon class ships. But reservations, specifically we found for the Aqua show and the main stage production, because it was only happening once on our sailing, those reservations went fast. The information we were given is that reservations for a sailing open up the first day of the month before the sailing. So if you're sailing January 15th, it would be December 1st, the booking open up. But it could be sooner or it could be later. That's just the general guideline. So just check, and keep on checking. And you can also go to the theater box office on embarkation day if you weren't able to snag the exact reservations for the shows you wanted, and they should be able to help you out. But don't panic. From what we saw, there was still so much space available when the seats were open to the general public, people without reservations. Again, don't panic. We didn't see the main production because it didn't work out in our schedule. There was plenty of seats available at the ice show. So take those reservations with a grain of salt. I think it's good to get them if you really, really know you want to see a show. But if you're kind of going with the flow, it's a little bit more sailing with the wind. I think you'll be able to get in to see whatever you want to see. All right, and that's 10. I think we're done. But then there is a bonus tip, because it is this happy place, and we say 10, but we usually mean 11. You're welcome. We were so surprised and pretty darn stoked to see happy hour on this ship. On our particular sailing, from 4 to 6 p.m. every evening, they had a margarita happy hour. They were $6 for, it was a well margarita.
Yeah.
But still, and there was also an aperitif happy hour at a few of the bars. We saw it at the View Bar that we mentioned earlier. I think it's a really good option for people like us. We did not get a drink plan on this particular sailing. It was 3 nights. We knew 2 of the days we were going to be completely off of the ship, not drinking. So we would get back on. It was usually before dinner. We could grab a $6 margarita or something else. That's awesome. I've never seen that on another Royal Caribbean ship before. While researching this, I've seen that they've had other deals before. Like it was like 2 for 1 beers at like the pub and stuff. Like
fun.
you obviously have to stay there and drink it. But so this is awesome. It's pretty new from what I can tell, them doing these happy hours. It's just encouraging people to buy alcohol and drink because that's where they make their money. But for us, it really, really worked out.
There you have it. 10 plus 1 tips and tricks for Wonder of the Seas. This ship is truly massive. And honestly, a 3-night sailing's not enough. It's not enough to learn the whole ship and do all the things. So if you have sailed on Wonder of the Seas, or if you have a sailing coming up soon, come back to us. What are your tips, tricks, and hacks to make the most of that ship while you're on board? After all, it's all about helping each other to have the best vacation ever.
And as we said earlier, make sure you are subscribed. This is our last video in the Wonder of the Seas series, but we have some more fun content planned for the coming months until our very first celebrity cruise to Iceland. You're not going to want to miss that.
And give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your travel companions so they can make the most of it too.
But for now, I think that is all from this happy place.
Now go find yours.
Bye. Don't screw up the sound. Don't do it. Don't, please audio, please. Hi friends. If you're near.
Are you near?
She will sink to number 4 next summer.
Can we not use the word sink? Can we use a different word?
Yeah. It was so easy to walk up, grab a taste of cake. Oh, geez.
Dems were some good quesadillas stuff. They really were. Got it. I'm waiting until my stomach stops.
It's really loud.